Hey YouTube, it's your girl 4cHairChick here, and today's video I want to talk to you about naturals who are entrepreneurs or small business owners. So it may be that it was a natural who was on YouTube and kind of transitioned into a whole business, or it could have been somebody who's always wanted to be an entrepreneur and started a business that touches naturals. But either way, this video is really for you. I just want to share some feedback, if you will. I have a couple tips to share, and you can take it with a grain of salt or you can listen, but I want to put this out here because I shop small businesses all the time. I'm very, very loyal to small businesses. I have been for a long time, and once I started my natural hair journey, I decided that, I would proactively try to support naturals in business because it just kind of all work together with me being natural and wanting to give back to that same community. So I go out of my way to, instead of picking it up at Walmart or wherever, to try and find it at a small business. Alright, well, recently I've had a slew of bad customer service experiences, and so I just want to talk about those and share some tips, from the customer perspective, so maybe you can take it back and retool and modify some of the things that you do with your own business. So the reason for me doing this video really isn't to rag on anybody, it's really about helping and providing constructive feedback, so please know that before I kind of go through my list of things. I pulled up some research about feedback and customer input, and I looked at some research from Timken Research Group, and 57% of customers who have a bad experience do not tell the company. They tell friends, family, and share it through their social networks. So that's a huge percentage of people that you'd never hear that they didn't like your product or something went wrong. They're just going to tell everybody else but you. So it's really important to be a company that's open to feedback. So I'd really encourage you, if you're going the entrepreneur route or the small business route, just be open to feedback from your customers because it's only going to help you, and honestly it's going to improve your relationship with your customers. So I want to share 5 tips on how you can improve your customer service experience. But before I do that, I want to share what led me to doing this video. So Black Friday, there were a lot of deals, and to make a long story short, I ended up ordering a t-shirt from a YouTuber. And I was really excited about it, and basically 12 days after I placed the order, I got my first response. So I didn't hear anything at all for 12 days. Placed the order on December 3rd, I got a response on December 17th. So basically the response was, hey, we're out of your size. Do you want me to ship you another one, another color, or do you want a refund? So immediately I'm thinking to myself, okay, it hasn't even been mailed. It's being addressed for the first time 12 days after purchase. But I said, you know what, I understand, no big deal. Sometimes when you're starting out a business there's bumps, and so I just want to give the benefit of the doubt because ultimately I'm not really looking for an apology, I just want the t-shirt. So I replied and I said, do you have a large in some of the other colors? Well, it's been 3 days and I haven't heard anything back, and so I went ahead and opened a PayPal resolution, that way I could get a refund. So that's what prompted me to do this video, because I was pretty frustrated with the experience, and I don't hold grudges or anything, but I just want to share some insight on just how you can do better. So yeah. Okay, so here are 5 tips for natural entrepreneurs and natural small business owners. So number 1, set the proper customer expectations. If somebody's ordering something from you, just let them know when to expect it, even if it is 3 weeks. Put that out there, because if a customer knows that ahead of time, then it's not like you're breaking their expectations when it shows up from 3 weeks, because they knew ahead of time what to expect. So number 1, set customer expectations. Number 2, confirm shipment. That sounds really obvious, but I'm actually shocked at how often I don't get a confirmation email. So whatever tool you're using to manage your business, they should have an automated confirmation email, so just double check and make sure that's getting to your customers, because right after somebody makes the purchase, they really want something that proves that they made the purchase, especially if it's online. So it's really important to send a confirmation, even if it's just your own email and it's not an automated service, but fix that. Take the time to make sure you're sending a confirmation email. Okay, so number 3, if there is a problem, promptly contact the person. I mean promptly. So let's say somebody places an order and you find out you're out of stock. I mean, right then and there when you find out, respond. Let them know and be very apologetic in your tone. I'm so sorry. I wish I had known sooner, but I just found out we're out of stock. You know, and give them options. So don't just say we don't have it. Do you want a refund? But give them at least 2 or 3 options. Here are 3 other things that you can either get instead, or I can do the refund. You know, you are selling, so you don't want to go to the refund first. You want to see if you can get them to get something else. And then if you can't, all right, then, you know, do the refund. But no matter what, the point is address it as soon as you find out. Be very prompt and be apologetic about it. That's so, so important. Because the thing is, I think enough people are, you know, relaxed enough to understand that you can't be perfect all the time. You're going to make mistakes. Things are going to go wrong. And so customers are okay with that. But it's all about how do you handle the mistake when it's made? How do you handle that situation? And that's really the moment of truth in whether you win over a customer or not. So just something to think about. So number 4, after you address the problem, make sure you're providing status updates. So let's say that the customer has decided they're going to go with the second option that you gave them. Well, make sure that you send a follow-up just saying, hey, thank you so much for being flexible. We're sending you this other item. It should be here in such and such a time. You know, we really appreciate your business. But do something to follow up with the customer where something went wrong, because it shows that you value them and they're important, and they'll remember that. So tip number 5 is a little confusing, so I want to elaborate. Earlier, I was telling you when you have a problem, apologize and talk through what you're going to do and give them options. Well, I also in that same breath want to say an apology without a solution is useless. So it's never a good idea to just apologize to your customer. It's not enough to just apologize. You have to do more. You have to fix the problem, or you have to give them some other options. So number 5, don't apologize, just fix the problem. A lot of times when stuff goes wrong, especially in customer service, the person immediately is, oh, I'm so sorry, but they don't give you any options. They don't tell you how they're going to fix the problem. So I've kind of already said this in some of the other items, but really, at the end of the day, it's not about the apology, it's about how are you going to fix it. Okay, so you yelled at me. Well, what are you going to do going forward so it doesn't happen again? You know, okay, so it broke in the mail. Well, how are you changing things so next time that doesn't happen? Address what's broken, fix that problem, and tell your customer about it. That's so much stronger than an apology. So that's it. Those are the 5 things. I guess just to sum it up, number 1, set the proper expectations. Number 2, confirm shipment. Number 3, if there's a problem, address it promptly. And number 4, provide a status update once the problem's been addressed. And number 5, don't apologize, fix it. So once again, this is coming from a place of love. There's a lot of small businesses out there that do an excellent job and they get it right. You know, and there's others that are learning and they're developing, and some things are just trial by fire. You know, we all make mistakes. But, you know, you want to do your best to avoid causing any hardship to your customer. And if you're new to business, make sure that especially if you're new to business but you have a little money, seriously consider a consultant. Because the best thing that can happen to your business is learning from someone else's mistakes so that you don't have to make the same ones. So it's really worth your money and energy to get a consultant if you have the means to do so, because what you'll find if you're new to small businesses, you wear tons of hats. You know, you're not just in charge of maintaining the brand, you're in charge of so many other aspects. You wear all the hats in your business, and so sometimes you just need to ask for help. You know, you need to ask for help and you need additional support. You can't do it all by yourself. So if you're at a place where it's taking you, 2-3 weeks to follow up with somebody via email, consider asking for help. You know, you're going to be better for it. And it's hard to let go of control, but it's good for your business in the long run. Alright, so it's your girl 4cHairChick. This natural journey is crazy. But Yeah, I hope somebody finds that helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you want to speak on this, if you had an experience that you want to talk about, please share that with me and leave that in the comments as well. You can always catch me at www.4cHairChick.com or on Facebook, 4cHairChicks. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a good one, and I will catch you on the next video. Outro.